Alright, so let's begin. And for question one is what is a characteristic of all living organisms? Now, breathing is not a characteristic, it's a thing we do, but it's not characteristic. Circulation is not one. Digestion is a thing we do in digestive system that occurs in digestive system, but it's not it's not a characteristic of a living organism. Sensitivity is one, so it's D for number one. Question 2 asks us the section of DNA and four different organisms. Which two are the most distantly related to each other? Distantly related. So both should be related. However, they are like different. So for instance, that could be W and Z. I think it's W and X. But yeah. So we're supposed to know the basis for this. You must know that it is CG and AT. So if you look at this, we have CG, that's correct. AT, that's correct. CC, that's not correct though. But then because that could be a base, and AA, TT, GG, CG, and then GG, AT. So we can see there, this one is similar, this one is similar, this one is similar, this one is similar, and this one is similar. So we have five similar ones in these two. And if you look over X and Y, we have this one is similar, 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 and this one is similar, and this one is similar. So we have six. Although it says four different organisms, so we have four different organisms here. Yeah? So we're supposed to find out most distantly related. So it's going to be A with W and X. Okay. So for question 3, it says scientists discover a new species of animal. It has a segmented body with two pairs of legs on each segment. To which group of animals does this new species belong? So we know segmented body with two pairs of leg on each segment is what? It's always a myriapod. So they always have two pairs of leg on each segment. So let's say this is a segment and it's gonna have two legs over here. Another segment, two legs over here. Yep. So like that. For one second. Question 4 says the diagram shows a single-celled organism called Ovalena, I'm not sure. However, it says which labeled structures would also be found in animal cell. Okay, so we have cytoplasm, cell membrane, and chloroplast is found in what cell? Plant cell, because it needs to photosynthesize, but animal cells don't need to photosynthesize, so we just know they don't have it. Okay, so for this one, we have looked at all these, and they do have a nucleus obviously for the activities to be carried out. So cell membrane, cytoplasm where the reactions happen, and at last nucleus. So it is C for this one. Now for question 5, it says diagram shows some of the blood vessels and other structures in human body. The blood vessels are shown are the parts of the same what? So there are the blood vessels, the black ones labeled. No, the black one I think is the deoxygenated blood, and the white one is oxygenated blood. But we just know we're supposed to look at the vessels, nothing more than that. So we won't waste our time there. So it's asking us what blood vessels shown are part of the same what. So blood vessels are not in organs or cells. They're blood vessels. So they work in a larger what's it called, larger platform sort of thing. So we should instantly know it's an organ system with all of these blood vessels are connected. Okay, question 6. Question 6 is a mathematical question where it says and plant cell nucleus is measured about 2 millimeters across and the magnification is 500. So basically for this you always should know this equation. I remember this very easily because it's just simple. It's I am. Okay, IAM. So we're gonna apply this, and what are we supposed to find? Sorry, the actual size. To find the actual size, we must divide the what's it called? I forgot the image size and the magnification given over here. So if you use a calculator for the image size, it is 2 millimeters. So we are 2 divided by 500, which is the magnification, and you get 4 times 4 times 10 to the power of -3. So it's B for question 6. Oh, there, question 7 there, right there. So question 7 says, by which process do oxygen and carbon dioxide move between cells and capillaries? That is diffusion. Breathing is for humans. By breathing, this no for breathing, oxygen and carbon dioxide are just coming in and going out. That's exhalation. Excretion is the removal of only carbon dioxide in feces and waste products. Respiration is the change of carbon dioxide and oxygen and how oxygen is used, and that's a whole process. Question 8. Which process is involved in the uptake of glucose by epithelial cells of kidney tubules? Kidney tubules, you must have learned this. It's also called nephrons. Yeah, they're also called nephrons. So it says uptake of glucose. Which process? Oh, where it says uptake of glucose. Glucose again is a nutrient that like to get this into your kidney tubule, we must require active transport. Just remember this, okay? Active transport is always used where minerals, where I remember this very simply, wherever something is used to be supplied, something like glucose is used and to be supplied, we use active transport. Something like minerals in water, we use that, and that we use that by the active transport, because active transport supplies, if you get my point, you know. So active transport is used for supplying things, uptake of glucose, minerals, sort of like that. It's a very simple one. Which element is found in proteins but not carbohydrates? Okay, so if you don't know, protein is a very easy way of learning this. Is basically chon and cho. Okay, so cho is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Chon is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and N is for nitrogen. So the question says is found in both proteins and not carbohydrates. We can see N is present here, not there. So nitrogen there. Question 10. The diagram shows a short section of a single strand of DNA. Which DNA will combine with the form double helix? Okay, as I told you guys, it's ATCG. So it's always AT and CG. It's D right away. It's ATCG, and T and A. Very simple. Question 11 says starch is digested by amylase in the mouth, but it is not digested in the stomach. What is the reason for this? Now, starch is digested by amylase, and amylase is an enzyme. Now, enzymes have different pHs and different temperatures to be applied at. So what is the reason for this? All starch digestion is completely in the mouth, which is not right, because some of the starch is left and taken to the stomach, into the human body below, and the pH in the stomach is not suitable for the amylase to work. Yes, for not amylase, for any enzyme, guys, enzymes have different level of pHs for them to work at. So we're going to say B, because okay, if we look at the other one, starch does not stay in the stomach long enough to be digested. No, that's not an answer. Temperature in the stomach is not suitable for the amylase to work. Temperature is, however, pH is not. So just remember, pH is different for all enzymes. For an amylase, stomach is not suitable, okay? It just doesn't work there. And number 12 says, which statement describes a catalyst? Okay, so catalyst, I'll teach you guys the elimination method. So where you eliminate 2 and B. Because a catalyst, remember this, always speeds up or increases. Speeds or increases our rate of chemical reaction, okay? And we can see on A and B it says decreases. So immediately we should cut these out, A and B. We're not familiar with them. We don't care about them anymore. So it's C and D. C and D say increase and increase. By what? And the second point you need to know about catalyst is increases, although it does not get changed by the reaction itself. Okay, so it's going to increase the rate of chemical reaction not get used or changed like itself. So it's basically like two children fighting, and then some older person comes in. Let's say an angry teacher comes in and he hates one student and he tells, "Come on, fight, fight, fight." And then they fight. The teacher is unharmed. He just goes away after speeding up the fight. Yeah, that was a good example. No, that wasn't. Okay. Question 13 says a plant with striped leaves was kept in bright light for 6 hours. Okay. And then there's white stripe and there's green stripe inside the plant. A leaf was taken from the plant and chlorophyll was removed. The leaf was then tested for starch using iodine. Okay, iodine is always used for starch testing. And um, for iodine, the color change I remember was yellow brown. I'm not sure. Let me just confirm this one. I hate food tests. Yeah, one tip would be, guys, always remember your food tests. Let me just check. Iodine food test for starch. Okay, okay. Yep. Oh, oh, come on, man. Really. My Wi-Fi is working very slowly today. Come on. Yeah, so I have a few diagrams here. Yeah, so it's gonna be orange at first, so orange at first, and then it changes to a black color. I'm not sure about this one, but you guys can confirm this. But yeah, actually, I'm not sure for this one. But let's see what the question says. Shows the result. So there was chlorophyll was removed, and the plant. Okay, so chlorophyll was removed, and the leaf was tested by for starch. hmm So the white stripe obviously will be white, I guess, cause yeah, it doesn't have any colors. White will be white, and then there's green there. Green because there's no chlorophyll, then there shouldn't be anything. So I think it's B, guys. Just confirm it once in the comments. Um, I'm not sure really. I think it's B. Just confirm it once, guys. Question 14. The graph shows daily carbon dioxide uptake and transpiration by the plant. Um, I gave Americana weird name. The plant is adapted to live in very dry conditions. And what can be concluded from this graph? So we're going to study this graph really quick in 1 minute. So it says here it has carbon dioxide uptake over this side and transpiration per gram of hydrogen, sorry, water per dm cubed per hour. Okay, basically water. Okay, so transpiration level and carbon dioxide uptake level. What can be concluded from this graph? Most stomata are closed during dark periods, or most stomata are closed during the last light periods. There's no carbon dioxide uptake during dark periods. I don't know why I said black, no offense. Okay, there is no water uptake during light periods. Oh, that's false. There's no carbon dioxide uptake during dark periods. There is. So most stomata are closed during dark periods. Which is true though, but then more stomata, no more, but more are closed during light periods. Yeah, from this graph. Okay, statements. Okay, question 15 has some statements 1 to 4. Okay, development of cholera. Okay, so cholera, we know cholera is happens due to drinking contaminated water, which causes diarrhea and problems bad for your health. Okay, so number one is chloride ions are secreted into the gut. Number two is osmosis causes water to move into the gut, and the infected person becomes dehydrated. Toxins are produced by the pathogen bacteria. What is the correct sequence of the four stages? Okay, so number four, the toxins are produced by pathogenic, and that's just number one. We should know that toxins are the things that begin everything. After that, um, you look at chloride ions are secreted into the gut. That should be number 2. And osmosis causes water to move into the gut. This is number 4 because the person at last becomes dehydrated. So if you look at this 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's 1. So it's 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. C. That's C then. What are the products of proteins that are broken down? Oh, this is pretty simple. This is basically protein chain there, and it's broken down into amino acids. Simple. Amino acids is the simpler version of proteins. Just remember that you should know that by year 10. Okay, so the diagram shows part of a cross section of a root. Okay. And what are 1, 2, and 3? So they're telling us, okay, it's a root, and they're asking us for the cells, which cells there are in the root. Okay, so number one is obviously just root cell itself. Root cells, yeah. So root hair cell, yeah, root hair cell, because root cortex cell is in number 2, I think. Yeah, number 2 is root cortex cell, and then number 3 is this one. It's a large narrow tube, not narrow, it's pretty hollow. So we can say this is xylem, I think. Yeah, number 17 is B for sure, because this is root hair cell, this is a root cortex cell, and that is a xylem there, not a phloem. Okay, question 18. Okay, question 18 says the diagram shows an onion plant that has been grown from a seed. Each onion plant takes 2 years to produce and 2 years to flower and produce more seeds. So there's a seed that turns into a little plant, then leaves are formed, and then a bulb is made, and through the bulb comes another plant, like more of the plant. Oh, yeah. Then year 2, another thing happens, and it's just cycle just continues. Okay. So the question is asking us what is the onion bulbs acting as in stage 3 and stage 6? What is it acting as in stage 3 and stage 6? Okay, in stage 3, it's acting as a sink, and in stage 6, it's acting as a source. Okay, guys, sink and a source. So B again. Question 19. What are the main vessels carrying blood to and from the kidney? Okay, guys, this you must know this. It's for the kidneys, okay, not for the heart. Yeah, in IGCSE course, in GCSE course, you are required to know for both of them, sadly, heart and the kidney, and sometimes also the liver. Okay, for this question, they're asking what are the main vessels carrying blood. So two kidney, it's always artery that carries to something. Okay, so artery carries the blood to the heart, and then from the heart, I'm giving you an example, from the heart into the body. For instance, for this pulmonary is not there, it's just these two. Okay, just cut off these pulmonary. Now we're gonna look over there, that side. So it's now C and D. Artery carries it to that organ, and from that organ is vein. So C is the answer for this. Question 20. Question 20 gives a photo micrograph, shows a human blood. Okay, sorry guys, I had to interrupt. Which blood component makes antibodies? Okay, so in blood we have white blood cells, and these white blood cells make lymphocytes and phagocytes. You need to know between both of these. Okay, there's one lobed and there's other one is a huge one, and you guys must know both of names for both of them. C is the answer for this. It has a lot of antibodies, and A is what's it called? There's one lymphocyte and there's one phagocyte. A is a phagocyte if I'm not wrong, and then C is a lymphocyte. Okay guys, I'm gonna make a part 2 for this, for this was part 1. Part 2 would be out there soon. I hope you guys liked this video. If it was beneficial, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, part 2 would be out soon by tonight, hopefully. So please subscribe, guys. And if there's any problem I did or anything wrong, please let me know.